The leaves are changing, the water level is up, it's winter steelhead season, and today we're going to talk about the tips and techniques from the setup, how to set up your beads, reading the water to locate steelhead, and finally we're going to show you the techniques put together and show a successful catch. So let's get on into the setup. Simply slide the main line through the plastic sheath of the bobber stopper and cinch the bobber stopper knot tight as it goes down. Trim off the tag ends. I want to put a bead onto the main line. We're going to take our bobber. We want to make sure that the top of the bobber is going up towards the rod. And we're going to slide our bobber onto our main line. Another bead. We're going to tie on our clip swivel with our weight. We want to tie this one onto the top of the clip swivel, and we will tie the leader to the bottom of the clip swivel and cinch it all tight. Trim off the tag end. The bobber will continue to slide back and forth at whatever depth that we have to set the bobber stopper set to. And when casted, the bobber will slip all the way to the stopper and fish at your desired depth. Now let's set up the bead leader. There's a few different ways we can do this. The first way that we're gonna peg our bead is with the classic T-stop. These come in most soft bead packs, and it is your typical way that almost everybody does it. We'll just simply slide the line into the T-stop guide and pull the T-stop down onto the line, and we will slide the T-stop down about 2 finger lengths from the hook. Once you've got your T-stop on, just simply slide the bead onto your line, slide it all the way down to the T-stop, and shove it into the bead. The second way we're going to peg our bead is with a classic bobber stop. Simply slide the line into the guide for the bobber stopper and pull the bobber stopper up over onto the line. Once the bobber stopper is on, then we can just slide our soft bead right onto our line and just simply slide that bead all the way down to meet the stopper. The third way is to peg your bead with the classic bead peg-it. For this one, we're actually going to start by sliding the bead onto the line first and slide that down towards the hook. Take the peg-it and take the small tapered end of it and just basically do a half hitch with the peg-it around the line. Now we just slide the bead down to the peg-it, go all the way until we meet the hook, until the peg-it comes out. Then we can slide the bead and the peg-it back up to our desired location. Make sure to grab the peg-it and pull it until it's nice and tight. Then we simply trim the peg-it on both sides, and then we just pull our little half hitch off here that we used in order to get it in there. The fourth and final way is using a glass or a brass bead, which is a really cool technique because it makes it look like there's an embryo inside of it if you use a translucent bead. Take one of the glass or brass beads, which are very tiny. This is a 2 millimeter. Just run the line through the bead. Pull our bead down to our desired location. Then we are going to loop the line around and go from behind and through the bead a second time. This part can be a little challenging because it is such a small bead. Got it there pretty quick. And then before you close this loop, you're just going to run your tag end through it so that it does a half hitch, and you're just going to tighten down the bead. Once the bead is on there, we just simply slide the soft bead down until that bead ends up in the middle of the soft bead. Now let's talk about reading water. While salmon will typically be up in the whitewater, the steelhead are going to be in a completely different location. Now, if we look at a diagram of the river, we can see that as the current flows into the riffle, which is the white water, then down into a pooled eddy area, and finally the tail out. The tail out is going to be where the water converges back together to create the next riffle, and just before the tail out is one of the prime locations to find a steelhead. The next area of interest is known as the hydro cushion, which is the location just before a rock in the middle of the eddy. Put these techniques together and you're bound to get out and catch a steelhead like this.
I saw it flash. That was a pretty nice one too. Oh, did you switch beads again?
No, I'm on that bead.
Ooh, what was that? What was that? Fish. Yeah, fish. Yeah. Oh, it's dumping me. Oh shit. There. Oh, get out of that. Yeah. Yeah, we caught 8 yesterday. Oh my god, I can't stop it. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, he just hooked one too. Oh, what's up, dude? What do you think? I'm walking down to you with a fish? Oh my god, dude. It's a good one. It's a real one. Yeah, we didn't really plan on coming.
That's the one that I did lost.
That's a pretty good one too.
Dude, you better turn that fucker around.
I can't. Yeah, he literally just missed one. He hooked one that came off and then I threw him there. Yeah. Yeah, I threw one cast and it all up and then I threw again. Of course, I was trying to do my Walmart rod challenge, and then I was like, nah, that's a fishy spot, and I threw this. Unfortunately, I threw this. This is on a DRO bead. One of those new like hexagon ones. It looks like a pretty good one too. You're good. In the net. Yeah. I gotta kill that one. Is it? Look at this. That is. Look at that thing, you guys. That is an absolute chrome silver bullet.
I really hope you enjoyed that tip, and I really hope that it helps you find success out on the water. If you enjoy steelhead fishing, you will probably love this video right here where I hooked a steelhead on the first cast. It was amazing. Until next time, guys, we will see you. Stay fishy.